I wanted to thank Mary Ellen and all of you for giving me a few minutes to get on here. And of course, gateway navigation, it has to do with audio-based navigation. But of course, that has nothing to do with why I'm on right now. On April 15th, Minister Champlain, who is the Minister for Innovation, Science, Economic Development Canada, on behalf of the Assistive Technology Program, announced a $600,000 grant for McGill University. That grant is for the research and development of tools to address access barriers to graphical information on the internet, using AI technology and machine learning with audio, and tactile, and multimodal feedback. The university researchers are going to be engaging with people in the blind community for the next year and a bit to develop these tools. And I'm hoping that Jeremy Cooperstock, who is the principal professor, and that Jeff Blum, who is the project leader in this, are on the call. And I understand if they raise their hands, Joanne will unmute them so that they can add in any of the important information that I'm missing in my 10-minute slot here. A big part of this project is to connect with the people in the blind community. So the actual joint announcement that is going out from McGill University, Gateway Navigation, and the Canadian Council of the Blind should be out shortly, and Jeremy may have more information on this. With that announcement is going to be a questionnaire which the researchers are going to use to get some basic information on the use of technology within the blind community. And then there is also an advertisement attached to that for people who are non-visual users or low vision users of the internet, or people who have a real interest and knowledge and expertise, as people in the blind community have, to participate in the project and to go from the gathering of information and identifying the different areas to focus research, and then the development, and then finally the testing and trialing of the technology, which will then lead to Gateway near the end of the project to enter into commercialization to make the products and the solutions that are developed available to the blind community. These products are to be provided free in any situation that they can be, or at just a sustainable cost if it's hardware devices that are developed out of this. With that, if Jeremy or Jeff are available, I'll let them add anything to what I've commented on so far.
All right. Well, thank you for unmuting me. And David, thank you for the introduction to the project. It's an honor to be able to speak with the community here of participants, potential participants who may be assisting in our project. It's a delight to have the opportunity of actually speaking to a large number of individuals who are obviously keen and active in the community and interested in developments in this space. And I'd really like to thank David for getting the ball rolling. He reached out to me, I think well over 2 years ago initially, to talk about the potential of an academic collaboration with Gateway Navigation. And we iterated on numerous ideas before finally coming to the proposal that we've recently received funding for. And we're very excited to be working together with David and his colleagues. It's as a general sort of question that we're investigating in this project, we really want to go beyond the scope of simply using AI tools that exist or have existed already for several years for image captioning. And we're pleased to see some inroads being made of these tools for use in assistive technologies such as the JAWS screen reader. We just attended a presentation yesterday where they were talking about Picture Smart that provides automatic captioning and description of objects that might be in an image, whether it be on a web page or on somebody's desktop or in another application. But what we found from our own experience with these tools, with the artificial intelligence descriptions of images, is that they are often very limited in terms of conveying the richness of what is actually in existence in an image. And oftentimes they get the image very wrong. If it's a picture of a famous object or person, they can do a pretty good job at it. But for more complex scenes, there's a great deal of uncertainty in terms of what they're providing back. And it's often very difficult for somebody who doesn't have access to a sighted individual to comment on, yes, that's a good description, or no, that's a poor description, as to whether what's being returned is either accurate or even meaningful in responding to the interests and needs of the user. And we're hoping through this project to go beyond simply rendering an AI description, but to really give the ability for users to explore graphical content, whether they be a picture, a map, a data plot, a sketch, a diagram, and really get at the essence of what is contained in that graphic to try to level the playing field somewhat between sighted users and those with visual impairments. So as David mentioned, we're looking to employ audio, not just as a speech-based description, but also to bring in non-speech types of effects, spatial sound that convey some of the richness and the characteristics of the content, but also to take advantage of the tactile sensation, haptics, and give feedback to users through either commodity devices such as smartphones and smartwatches, or dedicated haptic devices that, as David also mentioned, we would hope to make available at affordable pricing through arrangements with the manufacturers who produce that hardware. So we hope to have more information out to the community shortly. We're settling on a name for the project that we would like to ideally include in the announcement that's going to go out, with a pointer to a web page that'll provide more information for those interested in keeping tabs on the project as it evolves. I guess that's pretty much all I have to say at this point. We're very early on in the project scope, but we have a wonderful team already, and we're getting additional researchers to work with us, and we hope to have the iterations coming out soon.
Great, and thank you, Jeremy. And I just want to just reiterate that our ask here is when this announcement is made, if individuals would complete the questionnaire, and if this is an area in which you have interest, and I know from my own experience within the community that the amount of experience and knowledge out there is huge. And that was really a big part of when we were putting this project together, which I think one of the upcoming speakers, Albert Rule, also played a huge part in putting this together. So look forward to getting that announcement out as soon as possible, and just want to thank the organizers for giving us the time to present this.
Thank you so much, David Brun. Great presentation there, and really great that we were able to have you squeeze you in at the last minute and get that nice startup presentation for a Friday morning in the West, and here in the East where I am, it is just after noon, so just after 12:30.